So the question was p square plus q square x is equals to pz. And the curve given was x equals to 0, z square equal to 4y. And we were using the method. Okay. What is the method? The first thing that you have to do is find the complete integral. Find the complete integral. Okay, find the complete integral. In our case, the complete integral was coming out to be. I did this question, that's why I'm directly writing the complete integral. Otherwise, you have to use the Chop-it method to find the complete integral. Okay, you have to find the Chop-it method. You can either find the complete integral using the Chop-it method, or what you can do is you can you have to find the other way. It will become a little complicated otherwise, but you can reduce it to the separable form also. If you bring the z to the left hand side and if you substitute root z, then you can reduce it to the function in the form of eqxy only, and then you can separate it and you can you have to find the complete integral. This is the complete integral, okay, that I found last night. This is the complete integral, that is the CM. Now, what the first thing you have to do is now find the parameter. Okay? Parametric equation of the given curve. For x equal to 0, x equal to 0. Okay. Y is coming because z square equal to 4y. Okay. So x equal to 0. Then it will be t square by 4 and z is equals to t. This is the parametric form. Okay. This is the parametric form. Put it in the equation. If I put it in the equation, then I will get t square is equals to a square into 0 square plus a into y, right? Ay is t square by 4 plus b to the power whole square. This will give me t square is equals to a t square by 4 plus b to the power whole square, right? Now, if you differentiate it, okay, if you differentiate it, you can find the equation. You can find the equation. One way will be that. Okay. One way will be to differentiate. The thing is that you have to eliminate t anyhow. And there can be two things that you can do. Okay. Thing one will be that differentiate with respect to t. Okay, differentiate with respect to t, and you will get a third equation. You will get a third equation, and then eliminate t using this equation and the differentiated equation. That is the if you guys have studied ODE, in that you must know that if you have a quadratic equation, okay, if you have a quadratic equation or biquadratic equation, that if you can easily find the discriminant, you can directly find the discriminant and you will get the singular solution. And if you don't have a quadratic equation, if you have some other equation, you usually differentiate by that parameter and then eliminate that parameter to find the singular solution. So that is the same case here. So either you can differentiate, even differentiating fine, because but here I can see that the equation is already in some form of, okay, the equation is already in some form of t, right? The equation is already in some form of t. So I can already write this equation in form of the quadratic form, and that I can directly find the discriminant. Both approaches are fine. Okay, both approaches are fine. If anyone is confused why this happens, they can study the in ODE section. You can study the singular solutions. So that is the approach of finding the singular solution. Okay, singular solution means the envelope. We are finding the envelope. Okay, so but you can either differentiate with the parameter and eliminate using between the original equation and the differentiated equation, or you can, if the equation is in some quadratic form, like here it is already in quadratic form, right? So you can directly use the discriminant. So I'm going to use the discriminant because it is much more easier. Okay, so t square is equals to, okay, t square is equals to, so, t square is equals to, no, it will be e to the power 4 by 16, okay, a square e to the power 4 by 16 plus b square plus 2 a b e square by 4, multiply the whole equation by 16 and get a square e to the power 4 plus 8ab minus 16 b square plus 16b square equals to 0. What will be its discriminant? Okay, it will be 8ab minus 16 to the power 4 whole square minus 4a square 16b square equals to 0. This is the discriminant d, right? I can take 8 from 64 64 square b square equals to 0. So a square b square plus 4ab minus a square b square equals to 0. From here you get ab equals to 1, or you can get b is equal to 1 by a. That is the functional relation between b and a. Put it in the original equation. Okay, put it in CL. Put b is equals to 1 by a in CL. You can check even if you differentiate the equation here. Okay, I use the discriminant. Even if you use this, that you differentiate the equation with respect to t and then you eliminate t, you will get the same relation. So it is the same thing. It is just that finding discriminant of a particular equation is much more easier. That's why we follow this. But if let's say the equation was some root t is equals to e to the power t, that kind of thing, then obviously then you will have to differentiate. You cannot find a discriminant directly, right? So that is the thing. P equal to 1 by 8 in the equation. Z square is equals to x square plus ay plus 1 by a square. This is the equation. Okay, this is the equation. Now again you have to do the same thing. Again, either differentiate with respect to a, okay, and eliminate a, or you can, if a quadratic equation is obtained, directly find the discriminant. That is, again you are finding the envelope. Okay, so here you can see we can directly find the equation in quadratic equation, right? In a square you can find the quadratic equation. Okay, so z square is equals to a square x square plus a square y plus 1 to the whole square upon a square. This will give a square z square is equal to a to the power 4 x square plus a to the power 4 y square plus 1 plus 2 a square y. Okay, it's 2a square. A to the power 4 x to the power x square plus y square. Okay, plus 2 sorry, plus a square y minus z square 2y minus, sorry for the bad handwriting, 2y minus z square plus 1 equals to 0. I'm not making any calculations. This is the quadratic in a square. This is the quadratic in a square. Is discriminant will be equal to b square. B is 2y minus z square to the power whole square minus 4ac. A is x square plus y square and c is 1 equals to 0. That is the equation. From here you can write 4y square plus z to the power 4, 4yz square is 4x square minus 4y square is equals to 0. From here, these will cancel out. Okay, these will cancel out, and you got z to the power 4, z to the power 4 minus 4yz square minus 4x square. Minus 4yz square minus 4x square equal to 0. Z square, if you take z square common, so z square minus 4y equals to 4x. This is your general solution. General solution. But if you want to like reduce it further, you can reduce it further. Because if I take the under root, I will get z square minus 4y is equals to this. Now you understand what is the process. I will reiterate the process again. Okay. Step one is find complete integral. Complete integral. Okay. So using Charpit or standard form. This is the only way to find the. This is the only way we know to find the solution. Okay. Then step 2. Okay. Use the initial conditions of the curve. Okay. Use the initial condition, that is the parametric equation of curve to get equation in T being the parameter. Okay, then you have two options. Eliminate T using differentiation with respect to T, or if quadratic equation is obtained directly, find discriminant. Directly find the discriminant. Okay, directly find the discriminant. After that, you will get a relationship between A and B. That is the arbitrary constants के बीच में we will get a relation. That is A is equal to some function, or sorry, B is equal to some function of A, or A is equal to some function of B. Whatever you like. Okay, both are fine. Then put B is equals to FA or the otherwise in the complete integral. Get general solution, that is called the general solution, right? Get general solution. Now again you will get two options. Eliminate A using differentiation, or eliminate A using discriminant if quadratic equation is obtained. Okay, so that is the whole thing. Finally, you will get an equation in x, y, and z only. You should not have arbitrary constant. That is the whole point of doing anything. Even in the linear terms, we were eliminating the C1, C2. In this case, we are eliminating A and B. Let's say a equation comes in a form such that just after finding the first discriminant. Okay, just after finding the first discriminant, that is after introducing the parameters t and we find the discriminant, or we eliminate using the differentiation, no constant a and b exist in the discriminant, then that will be your solution. All the further steps are not required. Okay, so the first envelope itself will become your solution. But in this case, in after the first envelope, we were getting a relation between a and b. We were not able to eliminate a and b in the discriminant itself. So we proceed further, and then we eliminate a. How will we eliminate a? We'll find its singular solution. We will keep on finding the singular solutions. Why it happens is, so if you in ODE, if you study the singular solutions gives to the envelope of the curve, and if you see the characteristics curve is touching the given surface. Okay, it is like a tangent surface, or it's like a tangent curve. Okay, at a particular point you can draw a tangent which to the surface through this curve. So because if you collect all the points, it will act as a envelope only. So that is why at every point we are finding envelopes, because we know that it acts as us. It acts very similar to the envelope to the curve. That is the whole process. So if the question in the exam asks you to do this question using the Cauchy problem, then you have to do using the Cauchy problem. But if Cauchy is not specifying that you don't, if the question is specifically don't ask you to do this question using the Cauchy method, then always follow the complete integral method, because it is much more straightforward and you will definitely reach the solution in lesser number of steps and lesser time. Because in Cauchy you have to think of the calculations, you have to relations and combinations yourself, how to eliminate lambda, how to eliminate t. So this method is always better to follow if the question has not specified the method. Okay. And the second problem with Cauchy is there are only 5-6 questions that are available for practice. There are not many questions available in books for practice. And luckily, that's a good thing and bad thing also. Okay. The bad thing is you don't get to practice Cauchy method a lot. So you don't really absorb it. The good thing about that is all the questions in the papers come from those 5-6 examples. Okay. They usually don't ask any questions from it. You will get the same question again and again. So that is also a thing. So if you have done those 5-6 examples that are given in the MDR book, then you are good to go. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, I want to take one more doubt. A lot of people had confusion about if they had to do the Jacobi method or not. So if you see, Jacobi used to be a very favorite question of UPSC before 2008. Okay, before 2008. If you see the previous year question before the time of 2008, Jacobis used to come in papers, no doubt. But once the pattern changed, once the syllabus changed, after that you will not find a single question from the Jacobi method in last 10-15 years. So Jacobi method do not seem to be a very important part of the syllabus as of now. So you can leave it comfortably. Most of us has left it. But if you are one of those kinds who want to don't want to take any risk, don't want to take any chance, then just give it a read. Don't spend too much time on it. If you have a little time, if you are preparing for the 2022 attempt or 2023 attempt, then you can give it a little time. But don't stress over it alone. Don't waste too much time on it. It is better to the thing is the syllabus of maths is itself very vast, and the UPSC and maths is not the only subject that you guys have to study. So rather than wasting 3 hours, 5 hours on a topic which has a very, very, very low chance of coming in the exam, it is better to devote those 5 hours in doing something which actually comes in exam. Okay, or the best will be wrap your maths and do GS, because lot of one of the biggest problem with maths guys or girls is that because of maths is a very demanding subject and it is very addictive to do, we often ignore our responsibilities of doing GS. So you have to understand, you have to clear prelims. For that, you need to do many mock exams and you need to have good knowledge of the GS syllabus. after clearing prelims, you need to have a good knowledge of answer writing. You need to practice answer writing. You need to have good notes with you, right? So you have to like be very balanced. So instead of like running behind these small topics which have very less chance of coming in the exam, it is better to like run after things which are definitely going to help you, like answer writing, like doing ethics, doing essays, like doing prelims, because prelims is getting tougher and tougher each year. Okay, prelims is getting tougher and tougher each year. I know people who actually went to like interview stage in 2019 and were not able to clear the prelims in last year. But the prelims was so you can say unconventional for them. You can't take this with the prelims, because prelims is the biggest you can say the biggest filter in UPSC. Okay, out of like 4 lakh, 5 lakh people who actually write exam, only 10,000, 11,000 get selected. You can understand. Even if you're really good at math, even if you're really good at answer writing, if you're not able to clear prelims, then all your like efforts are in vain. So like you have to prioritize your tasks. So don't run after each and everything that anybody say, okay, because there are some questions every year which are bouncers for almost everyone. Okay, which are bouncers for everyone. So do those topics only when you have completed the other topics in mathematics. Like when you will be doing complex analysis, you will see a question came on power series in 2016 or 17, I think. And now everybody is asking about that question only, from where it came, how to tackle it. The problem is it was a one-time question. It just came and it might come again, it might not come again. So instead of like running behind it, better to do the topics like Lorentz series, residues, which regularly come in the exam. Because out of 8 questions, you guys only need to do the how many questions?
Sir, 5 questions.
Exactly. 2 questions are compulsory. Okay, the question number 1 and question number 5 is compulsory, and you can take 2 questions from the section 1 and 1 question from section B, and you can or you can take 1 question from section A and 2 questions from section B. Depends on your in which topics you are more comfortable. So you can always leave that topic if you are comfortable with the other topics. And every year that bouncers will come. So don't run behind those bouncers. First, do the needful. Okay, like I know people who are running behind the power series wala question in complex number, but when I ask them, are you comfortable with the generating lines and conicoids in 3D? They say no. Then what's the point running behind that question that might not come in the exam? While you know that every year questions from conicoids and generating lines will be coming in the exam. So you have to prioritize very like sincerely. Okay, ask any topper of mathematics that did they know each and everything in mathematics? No, nobody knows it, but they did what was required. Okay, so do the required like necessary things first, like the 3D conicoids. 3D in conicoids and generating lines are very important and not very tough to do. If you practice enough questions, you will get very comfortable in it. You need a lot of revision to do it, because some questions are very like you already need to know the solution to do it. Okay, they're not that intuitive. So focus on those areas which will actually fetch you marks. Okay, don't think about okay that question might come. No, see what questions are coming each and every year. Do those questions first, and after that, if you have time, then do GS. And after that, if you have time, after doing GS also, you feel okay, now I can give some space to those topics which are very random and which do come in exam sometimes. Then do those. That should be your last priority. The first priority should be doing what is repeated again and again in exam, which comes almost every year, like linear transformation, linear algebra comes every year. Okay, so do those type of questions first. Then move to GS, then move to those random topics, the power series, complex number, okay, and those kind of topics. If okay, so do you guys have any doubt? Did you understand like the integral surfaces, how to go about it now, or you guys have still have some confusion?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any doubt? Not just regarding PD, any doubt from mathematics or yes?
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि जैसे अभी इस टाइम पे तो 2 मॉड्यूल ज्वाइन किए हुए, तो लगभग ऑलमोस्ट हाफ ऑफ द डे इसमें मैथ्स में जा रहा है, तो अभी तो ठीक है ना, मतलब या फिर अभी जीएस को और ज्यादा टाइम देने की जरूरत है, या ये बैलेंस्ड है अभी, मतलब इसको आने वाले मंथ में मतलब हमें कितना रिड्यूस करना चाहिए ताकि प्रीलिम्स में कोई दिक्कत ना हो?
कौन सा ये यू आर राइटिंग दिस प्रीलिम्स
यस सर।
and are you giving any mocks?
नहीं सर, अभी तो वो जो आपने मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री वाले दिए थे वो टेस्ट वही करे हैं, उनका रिवीजन प्रॉपर नहीं हुआ है, और क्वालिटी जो देरा सर पढ़ा रहे हैं वो चल रही है अभी।
Okay, then you should give less time in maths and more time in this.
ओके सर।
You are focusing for clearing this year's prelims, then you have to give more time in prelims. कि भाई competition देख लो किस किस से है. There will be guys. और problem एक और क्या हुई है? One of the problem that you guys should know is the interview schedule has been delayed a lot. So people have their interviews in September and the prelims is in October, right? They have like mid-September. I have a friend, she has her interview in mid-September. So those people, they actually got like usually people used to get 2 months, 3 months, at max 4 months for their interview preparation. Now people are getting now people are actually getting 9 months for preparation. So obviously they will not devote those 9 months, okay, in preparing for interview. They will obviously use that time to study GS because nobody knows after interview they will get selected or not. So those guys or girls who want to give the next attempt, they will be preparing for prelims. So you guys have to compete with those people who are actually giving interviews. You guys have to compete with those people who actually wrote the mains in January this year, right? Who actually cleared last year prelims and now they're writing the mains. So by effort, you have to put a lot of effort. So GS, if you're not that good in GS right now, then don't ignore it. Okay, maths थोड़ा कम कर दो. I don't leave math completely. Just do one module if required. If you feel that your GS is not that good, just pick one module of maths at a time. Try to like do it in half of the day, less than half of the day, like 40% of the time, 30% of the time. अगर मॉर्निंग में आप 8-7 बजे उठते हो तो from in morning 7 to 12 do the maths. Now after that do GS only. First get comfortable in GS कि अगर आप मॉक्स में 100 मार्क्स ला पाओ. If you're not getting 100 marks in prelims now, then give more time to prelims.
सर मॉक्स मतलब आप वही बता रहे हो जो जो विजन वाले जो कंप्लीट सिलेबस वाले वो मॉक देके चेक करें क्या हम, मतलब कैसे चेक करें 100 मार्क्स किस में?
अभी तो सब्जेक्ट वाइज ही दो स्टार्टिंग में, कोई ऐसा इशू नहीं है.
ठीक है सर। और सर जैसे अगर हम मान लो अभी मैथ्स का पोर्शन छोड़ते हैं तो प्रीलिम्स के बाद में मेंस के पहले वो जो
छोड़ना नहीं है. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मतलब बहुत ज्यादा टाइम मत दो मैथ्स को. मैं कह रहा हूँ जैसे दो यू आर टेलिंग मी तुमने 2 मॉड्यूल ले रखे थे तो 2 मत लो, एक ही मॉड्यूल करो.
हाँ सर, मैं मतलब ऐसा करने की ट्राई कर रहा हूँ कि मैं एटलीस्ट एग्जांपल्स तो सॉल्व कर ही लूँ अगर क्वेश्चंस भी ना हो रहे एक्सरसाइज के तो. बट सर जैसे सारा पोर्शन तो नहीं हो पाएगा तो
मैथ्स में अगर यार प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे तो जस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट if you just know the concept that will not be sufficient. मैथ्स तो इज ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिसिंग ना. तो 2 मॉड्यूल लेके खाली उनके एग्जांपल देखने से बहुत बेटर है एक मॉड्यूल लेकर उसको अच्छे से करो.
ओके सर. सर मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ जैसे प्रीलिम्स के बाद में और मेंस के बीच में कितना मतलब पोर्शन कवर किया जा सकता है मैथ्स का?
2.5 से 3 महीने का गैप मिलता है प्रीलिम्स और मेंस में. उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है, इट्स अ वेरी नेगेटिव एनवायरनमेंट इन द सेंस कि आप बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर में रहते हो. क्योंकि आपको जीएस के भी बहुत ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आपने जीएस कंप्लीट कर लिया, आपने डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट नहीं किया होगा, आपने एथिक्स नहीं किया होगा, आपने वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री नहीं पढ़ा होगा, आपको लगेगा वो सब भी पढ़ना है, आंसर राइटिंग भी करनी है, टेस्ट भी लिखने हैं, टेस्ट का रिव्यू भी देखना है, मैथ्स के भी मॉक लिखने हैं, राइट? तो कितना ही सिलेबस कर पाओगे आप बहुत ज्यादा सिलेबस नहीं कर पाओगे मैथ्स का उस टाइम के बाद. इसलिए आप अभी कर लो. तो द गुड थिंग विल बी टू डू द इम्पोर्टेंट मॉड्यूल्स बिफोर प्रीलिम्स. छोटे छोटे मॉड्यूल लाइक एलपीपी अगर छूट भी गया, ओके, तो वो प्रीलिम्स के बाद बहुत आराम से हो जाता है, बहुत ज्यादा इजीली हो जाता है. ठीक है, न्यूमेरिकल एनालिसिस ऐसा टॉपिक है जो बहुत इजीली आप कर सकते हो. सेट पैटर्न, सेट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट यू कैन डू इन अ लेस नंबर ऑफ डेज. ओके, बट इफ समवन थिंक्स कि भाई हम मॉडल अलजेब्रा कर लेंगे प्रीलिम्स के बाद, तो वो नहीं हो पाएगा. मॉडल अलजेब्रा रिक्वायर्स लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस. Okay, you need to write proofs and everything. You can only do that if you have practiced in it. It requires 4-5 revision. तो जो like real analysis नहीं कर सकते आप प्रीलिम्स के बाद. अगर आप सोचो real analysis आप कर लो प्रीलिम्स के बाद, तब नहीं कर सकते. आप फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स छोड़ सकते हो because आप उसको completely नहीं करके जाओगे एग्जाम में. आप सोचोगे कि मैं मेन टॉपिक कर लेता हूँ, जैसे मैकेनिक्स में मैं लैग्रेंजियन हैमिल्टन कर लेता हूँ, 2-3 दिन में इंसान कर सकता है, बहुत मुश्किल नहीं होता है, नाम बड़ा है, क्वेश्चन बहुत छोटे हैं, बहुत इजी टॉपिक है लैग्रेंजियन हैमिल्टन, हर साल आता है, वो 15 मार्क्स के लिए आता है, तो वो अच्छे से कर लिया। ठीक है, फ्लूइड के अंदर मुझे पता है मैं सब कुछ नहीं कर सकता, इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी और शायद इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन बहुत टफ लगेगा मेरे को, बट वॉर्टिसेस और सिंक, सोर्सेज एंड सिंक तो बहुत इजी है, तो वो कर लिया, तो सिलेक्टेड टॉपिक सुबह से उठा लिए, तो वो सब ऐसा किया जा सकता है प्रीलिम्स के बाद, बट एटलीस्ट लाइक 60% 70% सिलेबस तो कर लेना चाहिए इंसान को प्रीलिम्स से पहले। और भाई यू शुड नो योर डेप्थ, कि हम अभी कितने पानी में, उस हिसाब से आपको एफर्ट मारना पड़ेगा।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू।
Okay, anyone else? Okay. So if you guys have any doubt regarding this session or anything else, you can ping me in the group. Okay. And if there is any other topic in PD that you want to have a Zoom session about, then we can arrange such session. Okay, like if you guys face any problem in particular, like chirp it or anything. So I took in last module, I took 2 sessions, one on like formation of chirp it and Lagrange, and one on Lagrange and formation of PD, and one session I took for the chirp it. So those are available on the YouTube. So वो I think you should watch it because it will help you. I discussed on 4 or 5 very particular questions, and I also like gave how to find what are the common multipliers. So you can watch that video. Okay, and I will try to upload this video. I have recorded it, so I will upload these video too in a day or two on YouTube, and I will share the link. So those who actually missed the video could see the video. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So have a good day. Bye.